English?
I mean, well,
No. That's funny.
I don't think I can gift a sub to somebody directly though.
I think you
For a
can.
specific viewer, I can.
I think it says gift to a specific viewer. Yeah.
What's your Twitch ID, Kat?
Fresh out of Logic.
It's okay, fresh out.
Fresh oot.
Not fresh out or fresh out of Logic. There, see, I can gift a subscription to Kat.
Yay.
Aw.
Thanks. I could be super creepy and watch myself.
Exciting.
And then I'll be like, what am I doing?
I mean, I watch myself a lot.
There you go. Kat has a subscription.
Aw, thank you.
How's Borderland been treating y'all? Are you playing the new one?
We've
It's good.
played it a bit. Not as much I would like, but we have played it, and it is good.
Good. I'm waiting for it to come out on Steam. I'm gonna make that game my bitch.
Yeah, that might be a while.
I will probably, yeah, it's 6 months after the original release date. It's supposed to come out on Steam.
Is
Yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they gave a specific date.
They did. They said it was gonna be like 6 months. So it's gonna be a little bit, but someday.
So 3 more months.
It's good.
We've been enjoying it, and I haven't played it as much as I would honestly. But it's fun.
Does it have the same multiplayer dynamics as the second one did?
What do you mean?
Well, like in the multiplayer, everyone had like a role to fill. Like you had the short range, long range, etc.
Yeah. Where like one character is kind of like long range.
Yeah.
But it depends on how you build your character.
Right.
But yes, you can do that. Like I've been playing the Beastmaster, which is very good at healing other people.
Free dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beastmaster is fun. Like, I like that character a lot. I've been playing the Zane one by myself in my solo game.
I saw a really adorable comic, which was of the Beastmaster, that said, "Oh my god, the Borderland is filled with free dogs." It just made me so happy.
Can you get it? Do you need me to rescue you, sir?
Oh.
I was wondering where my chapstick went. Thanks for pointing that out, because the dog will eat chapstick.
What?
It's like the only thing he'll chew up if you leave it laying on the floor.
He loves chapsticks.
Which is funny, because, other than food, yeah.
Yeah, they're in the food.
Yeah.
If it's on a table...
You can leave a plate of food sitting on the couch or on the coffee table in the living room. He'll never touch it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you leave a fucking tube of chapstick, only on the floor. If I leave it sitting on the coffee table, it's fine. But if I put it on the floor,
couch. If it's on the couch, it's fine.
It's fine. But if I put it on the floor,
he thinks it's trash and it's his.
That's his domain.
That's his land. It's the same thing if you sit on the floor. If you sit on the floor, that's dog land.
You're in his domain.
He gets in the lap.
And he gets some laps.
It's
like kisses time.
He's like, yes, I need the lap.
And he's been at Carol's the last couple of days, so he like missed us and wants attention all the time.
Yeah, he's been crawling up in laps. He's like, I missed you.
Why'd you leave?
Hey, we were gone for less than a day, bud. Less than 24 hours.
I think
Why
he was.
did you leave?
Carol said he was mostly fine, except at night when he couldn't sleep in the bed with her. He did not like that.
He's been trying to get in the bed. Get in our bed.
Yeah.
Like, no, I sleep in the bed.
Yeah, he was a whimpering, whiny turd, apparently. Because he could not. He doesn't. Dogs aren't allowed in the bed at their house.
Oh, no.
So he couldn't get to cuddles.
We have a king-size bed, and he takes up roughly 30% of it.
He took up 40% of our queen-size bed. Maybe 50.
Like, yeah, 50.
He liked to spread out.
We're Buster. We may continue without him.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, it's 8:59. We
I'm
might
gonna-
play for like another.
I'm a perception check for this bow before we die.
Oh, I want to cut up these crocodiles and see if there's
Make a survival check. Chris? You see no bow, Layla. Looking around, you see a tunnel that leads to the east and a tunnel that leads to the west.
I also want
Stuff.
to do a perception check.
I'm gonna pick up Joyden and help his perception.
Same thing, Jordan.
Okay.
It's just a pair of tunnels that lead in each direction. You know it's somewhere to your northwest.
So,
Chris, though, you managed to get several of these giant crocodile teeth,
Ooh.
which are roughly the length of a large dagger. And if given the time, you can gather up a bunch of the skin.
Ooh.
Some
Oh
nice
yeah.
crocodilian
Jordan, we
skin.
can make some crocodile leather boots.
excellent. Yes, absolutely. Because I
Going
definitely
for
need new
it.
shoes. We all need new shoes after this. Sorry.
I
Oh, his ball went under your desk. He requires rescue.
New boot goofing.
do you want up again, Layla, or are you officially gross now?
Well, I've already done my saving throw, so I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
Do we need to like take a short rest?
I think so.
Yeah, that might be
Yeah.
good. I would
Yeah,
like
I've
that.
got 5 hit points. I don't look so good.
Oh.
That's 5 dog hit points, right? Or is
No,
that
that's
you?
5 people hit points.
Oh, well then. Never mind.
I had 10 dog hit points. I've got 5 people hit points.
Yikes.
Okay, so you guys want to hunker down
Yeah.
ledge in the little walkway that you find in sewers here, and yeah, you can bunker down and nothing disturbs you, and you may take a quick rest. You can roll hit dice as you see fit.
Can I use my thing so that they get max hit points? Let me see. It's called Preserve Life. I don't know if it works that way. I've never actually used it. Probably should use it. As an action, you present your holy symbol, evoke healing energy that restores a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Choose any within 30 feet of you. This feature can restore a creature to no more than half of their hit point maximum. Okay, so I don't know. I'll do that with Chris so that maybe I can, because he looks worse off, right? Or is it Kelric?
Kelric is worse off. Chris.
Okay, I'll do that.
Chris has some inner reserve of fuck you that keeps her on her feet.
I also thought that
I'm
preserve
back up
life
to full
was
now.
all people, like as in like you can do as
What
many
does it
as you
say?
want.
Does it say a creature
It says
or all
Choose
creatures?
any creatures. Okay, so I guess everybody.
So you can what? How many hit points does it let you cure?
5 times 4, so 20.
20, but to a max of half their total. So everybody can come back up to a max of half their total before using hit dice.
No,
Oh.
but I have to divide the hit points among them. So I get 20, a pool of 20.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can give up to 20 hit points, but you cannot bring anybody above half.
But I could do it more than one time because I have 4 channel divinities. Sorry.
This ball.
Fucking
Holy
ball.
shit. Give me this ball. No, give me this ball. Go find literally any other toy. Leave this one alone. Holy balls. Usually he gets a squeaky toy, he tears it up. This one he just runs around and squeaks.
Oh.
Yeah.
He likes sounds.
Yeah, so you can bring literally, but you cannot bring a creature up above half their hit points using this ability.
Okay, well let's do it. Let's do it once and see where everybody's at. So we'll do Kelric with 10, and then
Which brings them to 15.
Chris with 3, and
I was already above half.
Chris, you cannot heal with this.
So.
okay, well then I guess all of it will have to go to Kelric.
Yay.
So Kelric does 20. Is 20 half your?
I only have 31 hit
15.
points.
He only has 30. Yeah. So you can only bring him up like 50.
15. Okay. Then that's what I will do.
Okay. Then I'll go into my hit dice because.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll be at 16 hit points when you start dice, Kelric.
So that's nice at least.
Yes.
Can I cast this as a ritual? Hold on, I have to
Channel divinity?
No. I can't remember. No, prayer healing is an actual spell. Never mind.
Prayer of Healing is an actual spell. You throw in the chat for me.
You can't do it as a ritual.
Okay, but it does kill a and my have a gondola pull. What's left of the bodies? Chris has been pulling them
Oh.
apart.
Sorry, ignore that.
Buster. So Chris is like steadily removing skin and teeth and claws from them.
Oh no, my boat!
I mean, you can make it can be a flesh boat.
No, my boat!
I mean, if you want to make like you rolled pretty well, Chris. If you make like boots out of them, you have enough for several pairs.
Oh.
Do druids have a D8 or a D10 crit dice?
Mm,
Okay.
I think it's a D8.
Yeah.
Is it not on your sheet?
No, that's the only thing that I was listening. I was like, I should.
If you just click hit dice on your character sheet, it'll roll it automatically. But I can answer your question if you give me a second. While
It figures out how many hit dice you have based on what your.
Good
Well, I
level.
have
It's a
4 hit
D8.
dice. I just don't know what they are. Well,
It's a D8. But if you click the word hit dice on your character sheet, it rolls it for you. Based on the class you have programmed in. Yeah, see?
Okay.
So, but it is a D8.
That will get me up to 30, and that is good.
Yeah, that gets you back up to full hit points.
Yay.
So you guys take a moment out of the poop to clean yourselves up, to scrape the shit off your shoes, clean it out of your wounds,
Ugh.
clean and bandage the wounds as best you can. You Joyden develops a slight cough, coughs a little bit, sort of
Oh,
shakes it
no.
off. Probably just the fumes down here. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then you guys need to decide where to continue on with. You can continue west and see if the tunnel turns north, or you can go east to see if you want to explore some other stuff.
Which way?
Where's the bow gonna be?
The bow is supposed to be somewhere to the northwest.
Well, then let's go there.
Let's try going east to see if it goes north.
Which
or
way is the
west.
water
I
flowing?
mean, the
Which way is the water flowing?
Mhm.
Hang on, I'll show you.
Alleged water.
The water flow.
That's some lines. Okay, there it is.
Like that.
Yeah.
that's where it came from. So it's flowing down
Yeah.
south.
Toward the dock ward, which is where the sewage dumps out into the ocean. So south would be, this way. Sorry, this way.
Alright.
West would be west, and so never eat soggy waffles.
West.
Yeah.
East.
Unless they're soggy because of syrup, because those are delicious.
I mean, northwest. We can
Yeah. Let's
go
go
west.
northwest. It didn't fail us last time.
Okay, so you're gonna continue westward.
Maybe west.
Make a check. I just need somebody to make a survival check
Okay.
to sort of
Can I
navigate in the
guidance myself?
sewers. Ew!
I also want. Well, I won't guidance.
Why is Layla so good at navigating sewers? Tell me.
You're amazing.
Well, it has to do with her past, and we aren't going to discuss it down here.
You've been in some shitty situations, apparently.
She knows a little bit about the streets, more than she lets on, and under the streets.
She
Kelrick.
knows about the city's undercarriage.
Joy. I
Yeah.
like something bounced up into my undercarriage.
She has a charlatan background. She knows a little bit about a little bit.
Who am I missing?
Oh God, I can see everything.
Chris.
Oh, I hate it.
I'm here. Now there's two of
Chris
them.
is there twice now.
Whoa.
Wait, what character? What character am I missing?
Me.
Yeah,
Is it Layla?
Oh, yeah, it's Layla.
Oh, there you go. You should be able to organize yourselves into a bit now.
Okay, I'm gonna be here.
I'll be in front. I'm a stealth.
I'll be near the
Right.
front.
I got no abilities left. I have 2 spells. Don't die.
Yeah, I'm fine here.
Well, I got my second one back.
Nice.
Okay.
I have
So
like
as you creep through sewers, as you creep through this, I'm gone, guys. I'm so tired. As you creep through the sewers, the sludge and the poop circling past you, um, dirt and debris, you come to an area that is almost like a clearing. It's a tunnel, opens up into a wider circular area, and you can see piled in the center of it a stone dais, almost an area that is a little higher than the others. And in the center of this dais is just piles and piles and piles of bone. But you can see a little bit of something white, um, whiter than the bone around it, and clear and gleaming, sort of sticking out of the bone, almost on its own.
At first, I heard piles and piles and piles of bows, and I was like, "Oh God."
Just no.
which
Ooh, bows.
It's a mound of bone.
One for each of us.
But there is something. There is the corner, the sharp edge of something silvery or white and blue, sort of sticking out of the top of it.
Ooh.
So it is across a river of poop.
We're gonna have to cross the river of shit to find the shiny.
I mean, we've already been in the
So-
river of poop, so
So okay. So what I want to do before we move forward, I want to cast jump on myself.
oh, you know,
And
I have
on
a
Chris.
grappling hook.
You had one all
Okay.
this time?
Well,
Yeah.
I,
Just throw grappling hooks at it.
I mean, yeah, I could try.
Mabel that shit.
Here, I'll give you guidance. Have fun. You had all that crab practice.
I sure did.
I sure did. I had crabs for a long time.
Oh my gosh, can I cast guidance on myself? In the event that, I need it.
so how did you get rid of crabs again, Chase? Did you just like take something for it, or did you?
He choked on
Apparently,
nuts.
just choke on fucking air.
Oh,
Yeah, I
not
guess
more
so.
nuts?
I'm not even eating nuts over here. I'm just choking and coughing.
You're gonna love my nuts.
You're gonna love my nuts. So you're bifocal curious.
Well, so can I regain my imp again?
Oh yeah, if you want to recast the spell, your hat refills.
Yes, I'd
During
like
your
my.
short rest. That's fine.
Alright, cool. I'd like to see if maybe I can have Lobby go and grab the shiny thing.
Invisibly?
Yes, invisibly.
Ooh. This is an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look and see. Can you make a stealth check for the imp?
Sure. Wait,
If not, I can.
yeah.
He will have advantage due to his invisibility.
Oh shit.
So
Doesn't
hang
look
on.
like
Hang on. Insight, perception, stealth with advantage.
Go out here.
Fuck. Okay. So as the imp, so Buster's hat, which is inflated during the rest at some point, deflates again. You hear the sound of claws rattling on the stone, and then a few of you feel a breeze pass by you. And then the little corner, the little piece that seems to be sticking out of the pile of bones in front of you, begins to slowly lift itself up out of the pile, and bones rattle aside. And as it comes about halfway out, you suddenly see a bow, or the curved edge of about half of a bow. The string silver and glowing going down, and the bow itself made out of. It looks like ice. It looks like a curved icicle, sharped and barbed. Um, but as the bow lifts out of the ice, you hear a grumble and the grumble becomes a roar, and then something releases itself from the ceiling and crashes down, bones flying out of the pit and into the sludge around it as a monstrous creature, curled horns and a body covered in moss, slams down on all fours. A hulking creature similar to the troll that you fought when you first began an adventuring group, but bigger and more vicious looking. A hulking green thing. Its fur appearing as moss. Just think of like a really pissed off sloth. And then we'll need to roll initiative again.
No, fuck.
Favorite.
Sorry.
Yeah, because they have like a whole biome on their bodies. Honestly, it's not your little dude's fault. He rolled pretty well. I just rolled crazy well for the.
I'm sorry, I forgot to click on the person before I hit the thing. I rolled a 12.
Add turn. What did you roll?
12.
12. 12.16. Point. Okay. Dude. The giant monster goes first. It can't see the thing that has grabbed its prize, so it simply reaches out and attempts to grab the bow.
No!
So it snatches the bow greedily and clutches it angrily to its chest and roars.
Fuck. Not again.
Jordan.
Fuck. Damn it. Okay. How far is Mage Hand?
Mage Hand only can move 10 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Just so you know, you could try to. You can't sleight of hand it either because you're not the. No, you're the arcane trickster. Yes, so you could try to slip it out of its hand with Mage Hand.
Oh, with Mage Hand? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's a thing you can do.
So, what I would like to try to do is stay out of the sludge. My Mage Hand is 30 feet. Am I close enough
She's back.
to sleight
Yeah.
of hand?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So make a sleight of hand check.
12.
Let's see if the creature notices. 13.
Damn it!
So as the little invisible try to nimbly move the bow out of its hand, the creature slams the bow down back into the pile of bones. Bones erupt out, and then it roars back at you again. Kelric.
Okay, oof. Oofta. I don't like any of this. Okay, I'm going to be very, very loud about thinking about what I want to do, so I'm sorry.
Oh, before Kelly takes her turn, can I bonus action stealth?
Yes. So in fact, there's a set of stairs behind you that spiral upward. Could disappear into.
Yeah, I'll try.
I would like to produce flame and throw it.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Because I don't have a lot of range spoof. This is my dog thing. I don't need dogs.
Every fight, Buster's like, press F. And we're gonna die.
Yeah, it's all over now.
Okay, it's awful early.
This is the end.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw? No, you make a spell attack with your with your produce flame. I will let you roll. I'll keep the 19. It's gonna hit.
Okay, cool.
Which is so go ahead and roll damage for your produce flame. So just click on it in your spell sheet.
I tried. That did not do the thing. So that's all right. I know what the thing is. You do a D8, and that's the thing.
Okay, so 5. The creature recoils back in fear and horror as you fling fire at it. It's obviously clear that this it does not like the idea of fire, and fire terrifies it. As bits of the gas from the shit, the literal sludge around it, begin lighting fire, and the moss around its flesh burns away. It does not like fire. Rachel. So, Bruster.
Okay, so I don't know if I can do this to further freak it out, but I wanted to try prestidigitation to like toss bones in its face.
I don't think prestidigitation lets you move things.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Chill touch.
It has a list hand press, the digitation. It has an stuff that it's do. Harmless sensory effects such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, a faint. You could make like a bright flash in its face.
Okay.
Snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire. Clean the soil of object no larger than 1 cubic foot. Chill, warm, or flavor 1 cubic foot of non-living material. Make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear. Create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image that can fit in your hand.
Oh, but the range is only feet, so I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would let you try to I would let you create like sparks in front of it and be like, I'm making fire.
Okay.
But it's an illusion and it may see through it, or you can just deal damage to it. It's up to you.
I think I'll deal damage to it. With
Okay, so
touch.
chill touch it.
Chill touch. Chill touch.
A 4 does not hit.
Ah!
So the wolf's paw slices through air in front of it, which makes it Chris's turn.
God damn it.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can grab the bow with my grappling hook and just pull it away.
Make a dexterity check. A 21. So you the grappling hook, you whip it around a few times, and the rest of you are like, and then this grappling hook made out of the bits and barbs of a fucking giant octopus hooks into the bow, and then make an athletics check, Chris.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! She gets it!
Oh damn!
And then Chris, the mighty, the strong, plants both feet hard with a wide stance, wraps the rope around good arm wrestling arm, and then does like a curl with it. She basically arm wrestles this giant creature and rips the bow free from its hands. It flies about 3 feet out into the sludge, and then Chris begins reeling it in.
Nice.
Layla.
Fucking run! And
Yeah,
then
am I
she's
using
gonna
my
like.
movement still, or was there
What,
not
Chris?
time? Can I use my movement, or was there not?
Yeah. I mean, you've pulled this thing out of this thing's hands from a distance, and now you can use your movement to back away and like pull it away from the creature if you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start my way up the stairs.
Same.
Okay.
I'm gonna whoop. Hi, Jordan.
Alright.
Let's get
What's
out of
up?
here, maybe.
Yeah, let's nope the fuck out. I'm dead.
How do you get it to do the measuring thing?
You click on the ruler.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a
My turn. I'm gonna use my whole movement to move up the stairs or move toward the stairs. I think I only get that far. 25, 40,
Did you start from
50,
here?
60. I guess I could move in front. Yeah, no, I was here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
25, 30, 40,
There you go, Chris.
50, 60. Okay. Yeah, there. Thereabouts is.
Okay. Your familiar, Buster.
Okay, so Maybe I'd like him to smack him in the face and just disorient him while we try to retreat.
Okay. He has a sting. He has a tail that like does poison shit. Do you want him to use that?
Yeah.
Okay. I click it. Normal roll. Oh no, he has advantage. 22. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Nice.
He does 5 points of piercing damage,
Whoa.
and the Yeti needs to make a con save, which it's really good at,
Uh-oh.
and passes. So he
Uh-huh.
takes what's half of 13? 6.
6.
He
Yeah.
takes 11 points of damage from the little thing. And finally, for the first time in the entire thing, this little creature fully appears in front of you. Somewhere between a bird and a monkey. It has a bird's wings. It's sort of a monkey's body, but feathers. Does it have a beak or like a monkey face?
It's got a beak.
So it has a long hooked beak and sort of more of like a monkey body, but the entire thing covered in feathers, and then big spread out wings, and then growing out of its hind parts is a long barbed like scorpion tail. It's an amalgamation of creatures. This little creature pops into existence in front of the giant green troll monster, and then stabs it in the eye with a stinger. The creature yelps like and in an all too human and high pitched voice, and covers its eye as like green goo begins to pour out of its face.
Sorry.
And then swipes with disadvantage at the thing in front of it.
Uh-huh.
1.
Holy
Well, fuck.
Well,
And once again, your little familiar vanishes. And then it looks with its one good eye around the Chris. And I need Chris to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
ah,
Yikes.
Oh, nope. That's not the thing.
You're not actually within range, so it leaps forward,
Oh.
trying to grab the bow out of the sludge. And make your
Okay.
con save.
Okay.
So wait, do we have the bow or do we not have the bow? What are we?
Chris has it and she's reeling it in. But it's on the end of, like, there's a rope. I drew it. Hang on. It's in the end of this rope right.
uh-oh.
Got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Success, the target. Okay, no, you're fine. So as it locks gazes with you, you feel the horror of shock through your body, but shrug it off. You're still okay. Yes, Buster can still move if he wants to. It's not Buster's turn yet.
Okay.
That was the
imp
familiar's
guy.
turn. Yeah. Joyden.
Thanks for checking, though.
I was worried.
So I would like to try to. Shit, when does Chris go? Chris is not going for a while. Can I try to blind that monster?
Do you want to cast
Shooting
blindness
it
deafness on it?
I wish I had that, but I don't.
Do you want to do like a called shot?
I have shit. Oh, a what shot?
A called shot?
Is
Which
that
means
where
like you'll
I
have
aim for
disadvantage on the
button?
attack, but if you hit, I'll say it's blinded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me try that.
Go for it. So roll an attack roll with disadvantage. An 8.
Oh, that was.
So yeah, you fire it. It ducks down under the sludge, almost as if the crocodiles earlier. It seems native and at home, and then swims back up to the surface.
Is that a Yeti? Yeah. Sewer Yeti.
Yeah, sewer
How did
Yeti.
I get stuck
Did you want to
Um,
move, Calric? Or
down there?
I'm gonna do a stealth check, and I'm going to move
Yeti.
further
the
up the
stairs?
stairs.
So you rush up the
Yeah.
stairs. You come to the sewer grate that opens up to the surface above. You can hear people moving about, drunkenly singing some sailing. Kelric, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move to
shit.
here. And then I'm going to cast enhance ability on Chris, and I will give him a bull's strength. So he has advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Or she has advantage on strength checks.
Either or. I don't think Chris cares. Rachel.
It
So
does
Curtis.
not matter.
I'm gonna run
Buster.
as far as I
Butters,
fucking
push
can.
The dog fucking did.
Arrgh.
Okay. So that's your movement.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do chill touch again because that's all I can do with this range.
So make your attack roll.
Okay. Submit.
A 15 hits. For 2 points of damage.
I did it.
Okay, so the wolf paw
Good job, Buster.
clips through the creature like and refocuses its efforts. Chris.
I'm gonna keep running up the stairs. Has it grabbed the bow?
It's
Or-
working. I tell you what, make another athletics check. You have advantage due to bull strength.
Okay.
So make an athletics check with advantage to see if you can rip the bow away before the creature can. And if you can't at this point, basically we can drop out of comp. Oh yeah, fucking. Well, I'll make a dex check. We'll do a thing. We'll make it contested. Yeah. 5. So the bow comes flipping up out of the sludge. Chris catches it in one hand. The group of you kind of look at each other and realize that getting out of here might be the best thing. And
Yeah,
as you
let's
begin
go.
running up the stairs, the giant green troll monster smashes into the edge of the staircase. Jordan, you manage to force open the grate above you, and the group of you flop out of the sewers, finally out of the stink, hearing the creature roar and rip at the stone below. Chris gripping the bow in one hand.
Yay!
Yay! We did it!
Woohoo!
Nobody
Oh my
died.
gosh.
Now let's go home and take a bath.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dibs on
It's
one
not
tub.
too far.
You have a tub in your room.
I know. But I assume
One
I
big
let other
tub.
people use
One
it.
big tub.
I mean, Jordan, if you want to join me,
Yeah, I mean, like, save water, you know?
save some
I'll
water.
bring my rubber ducky.
Awesome.
So some lesbian stuff happens, but also you have a magic bow now.
But also magic bow.
Oh. Poor Kelrick is still left out.
Someday, Kelrick. Someday. I don't think you'll fit
feel
in the
like-
tub with me, though.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm an adult man. Ish.
Man.
I feel like
Just
you
gonna
need
go
to-
outside and
So
watch
when you
myself
finally
shower
get
with
this
the
thing
water.
out of the, get a good look at it. It is like a long, thickest in the center, curved with almost barbs or spars of ice growing out of the front of it, and then the cord itself is a long piece of silver, as if it's ice. The whole construct seems to be cold to the touch at all times. And yeah, you have this ice bow. I assume you guys give it over to Joyden. It's a short bow.
I think I'm gonna like go to give it to Jordan, and I'm gonna be like, I feel like you kind of owe me and Kelly a little bit more for almost dying.
Yeah, you're right about that.
We had a
I
bad
mean-
time.
But this is for the good of the salad
Yeah, I
bar.
know.
The sacrifices must be not saying that your sacrifice would be a big. You know, just, let me start over.
I
Hi,
can use both
I'm
too,
Jordan.
You want to arm
Okay.
wrestle over it?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I
oh,
just feel like I want something a little extra.
Make her
Well,
some shoes.
I can owe you a favor of your choosing.
Like
I
a
mean,
life debt. Like you would lay down.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, get down, Mr. President, and I jump in front of you. And I can- Except,
No, you are
except
very
not that one.
thirsty. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be a one-hit wonder that time. I could
Hmm.
definitely pick some pockets for you if there's something that you want. But you
I don't know,
can't have.
Kelrick, you want some shoes or something?
Kelric's just gonna look down at his giant feet.
I mean, Jordan
okay.
is the master.
There,
He's the
there are
shoe
definitely
master.
some alligator skins that
I'll
can
just,
be.
Want
I'll
shoes.
tell you what, Jordan. If I have another thing I have to do, just next time I won't pay you.
That seems reasonable. I would argue with you, but y'all just put your lives on the line without question, without even asking for
Can you make
anything.
things besides shoes, Jordan?
Make you another pair of spats.
Aw, sandals.
I mean, I imagine that
Slippers.
anything
Aw.
like foot related and anything
Socks.
yeah.
There's a little bit of you. You may not want to say it out loud. There's a little bit of that question.
A little bit of me that what?
Insulted by that question.
Is insulted by that
Oh.
question.
I mean, Chris genuinely doesn't know. So-
So yeah, it's like my life's
My dog.
work has been like, okay, what else can you make? Oh,
Motherfucker, what?
Actually, you know
I don't
what?
appreciate shoes.
How about you make some like nice crocodile skin like sneaking shoes for Nat or something?
Crocs!
Oh god.
Then they
Call
can make
Crocs.
my shoes.
Oh
Oh, we have a lot of skins.
god. Loves it.
Like we can just make a lot of
Fight 'em.
shoes if we want.
Oh, it's like you supplied the material for it.
Guys, listen. I'm gonna fight this dog. Listen.
Aw.
Sydney, my brain just thought that a bear trap out of those alligator teeth would be terrifying and amazing.
Anyway,
Oh, that'd
Bear
be great.
so
He's
the question
vicious.
becomes: are we gonna give the bow to Jordan?
Like I intend to hand it over to Joy.
Yeah. My vote is to hand it to Jordan.
So, after some deliberation, we can come to an agreement in the Discord chat. But after some deliberation, eventually, Jordan, this bow that is cold to the touch and seemingly made out of ice is handed over to you. We were going to call it Frostbite, apparently.
Winter
It
Fresh.
does regular short bow damage, so a D6 short bow damage, plus a D6 of frost damage, so a D6 of cold.
Excellent.
Nice.
And it may have additional effects that you can unlock later down the line if I feel like it.
Awesome.
But right now, that's what it does.
Awesome. Plus D6 of cold damage.
And it is Frostbite.
What can I? Is there a way? I'll just put it on the cake. Frostbite.
I can add it to your character sheet later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can just put it on your character sheet.
So that's like any arrows would work with it.
Actually, as he draws the bow back, it freezes a pinprick thin arrow in place between his fingers or her fingers. So you draw it back to test, and you feel the air around you coalesce cold, and it freezes an arrow where you're holding it. It has no need for ammunition.
Oh, sweet.
Just don't fire at a volcano, because the arrow will
That's a
melt by
pretty
the time
nice
it gets there.
Oh, God.
So we'll put a short bow on your character sheet, and then I will edit it.
That was such a cool weapon idea. When I was younger, like in school and stuff, I would.
I'm gonna take your regular short bow off your character sheet so that I can change. But you have a regular short bow in case you make changes to it later.
Buster, what were we? I mean, what were we saying about that? I don't know, you said
I'm
something
gonna
past,
add it. I'll put it under your character sheet as what's the range on a short bow? Does anybody know off the top of their? I don't. I
80
think it's
feet,
100. Is it?
like 80 feet, and then after that it's disadvantage. Like I think
Okay.
it's 100.
80. 20.
Oh, double check.
Damage is Dex 1d6 plus 1d6.
Hmm.
1d6 piercing.
No, 80 feet and 320.
Yeah, so frostbite,
So
normal.
strong. Damn.
4 plus 2, yep. Frostbite. Got your sneak attack in there, so 8 points of piercing plus 5. There you go.
I am unstoppable or indomitable.
Unless
Mhm.
Chris gets in your way and then you're very stopped.
And I'm gonna program it to do like an auto crit, just so we can see how much damage it would do on a crit.
Woo, that's right! Or not 11, I guess.
There you go. So 10 from your sneak attack plus
11.
11 from the bow itself is 21 plus 6 from the cold is 27 points of damage on a crit.
That's nice.
And that's just an example, you know.
Wow.
What you might get on a crit.
Y'all help make this happen. Unless we just talk our way through it.
Okay,
So.
there it is.
Don't
Frostbite.
take good use.
The bow of shooting cold shit at people.
Don't let any dragons melt it.
Hey, just for the record, next week if you guys want to go hunt down items, maybe give me fucking like heads up.
Sorry.
Oh, I mean,
Well, I
Like
don't
a
know,
split-second decision.
it was like gear up time, you know?
well, if you guys want to continue to gear up before the next day before you go into the vault, then let me know ahead of time so I have time to design something rather than. I don't know if you guys had fun, but I literally made this up in 5 minutes. So.
It was good.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
There's a challenge.
And giant sloth, the
Yeah.
win.
It's a giant angry sloth. Cool. All right.
I like it.
I'll see you next week then.
Alright.
Night. Love
Peace,
you.
guys.
Night.
Bye.
Night.